I hope you don't hold a grudge against general Igbos. I don't hold a grudge against anybody. Why would I hold a grudge against Igbos? Let me tell you something. For the most part, Paul, Igbos are victims of propaganda. And here is the problem with that propaganda. And this is why some of them don't like me. The problem with the propaganda is this. It has become, Paul, you're not listening. It's not me that you tell to let's reconcile. Me, I don't have any problem with reconciling. I don't hate anybody. The issue is this. For the average Igbo man, what I'm saying is synonymous with hate. And the reason he's saying that is because his entire identity is built on falsehood and propaganda, victimhood based on propaganda. So I agree, Paul. But let me tell you the difference between, let me tell you where I disagree. When George W. Bush was president of America, they were trying to invade Iraq. So they came up with a propaganda that Iraq had a weapon of mass destruction. Why did they say that? Because they were trying to get the people's buy-in so that the people will support them. So everybody uses propaganda. But here's the point. When people then woke up and discovered that there was no WMD in Iraq, everybody said Bush administration lied. And then they moved on. What is happening in the Southeast is this. Even after you have discovered that there is no WMD, you are still saying it must be there. You know why? Because that's the only thing you are left with, having lost whatever it is you are prosecuting. The people hold on to the lies because it gives them a sense of identity. That's the problem. It's not that there's no war in this world without propaganda. It's a fact. But when you grow up, let me give you one crazy example. When you grow up and you discover, let me give you an example. I'll give you two examples. One is from Robert Goldstein. I mentioned him earlier. Robert Goldstein wrote a letter in 1968. He was a PR representative for Biafra in the United States. His letter is online. You can find it. You don't have to buy a book to even find his letter. It's online. He mentioned what Ojukwu was doing with his people. He mentioned that Ojukwu was not allowing food to enter the eastern region. He mentioned that even at that time, the federal government had given him money for the eastern region. He had to return that money. It was about £200,000. He mentioned that when they were trying to bring food into the space, Ojukwu said he didn't want food from in the land corridor, that it has to come as airdrop. Ojukwu was not, see, if you really know my heart sincerely, it's about, my heart is actually, I'm on the side of the Igbo people. They just don't know it. The person who caused you hurt, who caused you pain, who let people die and took pictures and put it in Life magazine, who do you think that person was? They knew they were going to lose, but they were trying to get the world opinion on their side. And so he ensured that food was not getting to the people. So the people who died of starvation died not because of Nigeria primarily, was because of Ojukwu himself. And if you think I'm lying, you know what? May not be like say I just talk. Let me read something to you. Because I think, if you know my heart is, a day will come when the Igbo man will stand and speak to a Nigerian, and he speaks as a Nigerian, not as a Biafran, because Biafra does not exist. A day will come when an Igbo man will talk as a Nigerian, and he will not say Nigeria is a zoo. He will speak as a citizen. He will speak like he has some rights, because he does, like me. But he will not consider himself to be special or better than anybody in Nigeria. This sense of I'm better than you is a product of inferiority complex. They just don't know it. Shorty fool. Most Igbos don't give AF about Biafra. It's true. It's true. When majority of your people support Kano, it's not your other savior. You are deceiving yourself. This is the problem. You are deluded. You are deluded, you have delusions of grandeur, and then you also have victim mentality. You mix those two things together. The way you mix it, I've said it several times, the first person who mixed those two things together in Nigeria was Azikiwe. We have the books. And how he did it, like I always say, I respect him for that, because I don't know how he did it. He perfected it. Read this speech. Let me recommend this thing. Read his 1949 speech at Aba, at the Igbo Federal Union Congress. Read his speech. In that speech, he said the God of Africa. He produced that speech. He printed that speech in, this was in September 1949, in West African Pilot. He said the God of Africa has specially created the Igbo race to lead the children of Africa from the bondage of the ages. That shows you superiority, ba? That same speech, he mentioned that they are being victimized and marginalized, and they are the most hated group in Nigeria. It's in that same speech. How did he merge those two things together to give people a sense of identity, sense of superiority, and still tell them that they are victims? And they still believe it to today. That speech was from 1949. What do you hear today? I have more money than you, I'm better than you. It's about that superiority. But I'm marginalized, I'm a victim, you hate me. That's the victim mentality. And they mix the two. Since we are on this thing, although this is not today's topic, but since you asked, let me read something to you from, this is from Morning Post, Lagos, August 17, 1968. If you guys know what really happened to your people, you hold somebody responsible, and that person, you know who that person is. But here's the problem. The problem is that if you know this thing and you still choose not to hold that person responsible, and you're always crying and talking to me and, blackmailing me, I'm not going to take it. If that's what makes you think I hate you, so be it. You can't spend an entire lifetime doing it to my father's generation. You now do it to my generation. Your children will now take it to my own children's generation. No. Let me read something to you from Morning Post. This is open letter of resignation to Odumegwu Ojukwu from Robert S. Goldstein, public relations representative of Biafra in the United States, published in the Morning Post, Lagos, August 17, 1968.